For all your pastry, bakery, and quality food, CK Restaurant is the only place to be. We do catering for birthdays, weddings, and all related services. We have all kinds of local foods, American, European, and even beyond. Come and have a taste of our local juice, ebe, and other services. At CK Restaurant, customer satisfaction is our priority.
Are you thinking of owning your dream homes? EJ Investment is here for you. Secure our quality bungalows with 2, 3, or 4 bedrooms, or our story buildings, 3 or 4 to 5 bedrooms at very affordable prices with flexible payment plans at our Sanyang Seaview Estate, where you can enjoy the cool breeze with modern infrastructure such as tar roads, covered drainage system, modern electrification with street lights, gated entrance with security posts, and social amenities such as gas station, shopping mall, medical clinic, park, schools, children daycare, and a lot more. Our dedicated team of professionals will keep the estate clean at all times, provide security and patrol team within the estate premises, install latest technologies such as CCTV, Wi-Fi, home network installation, solar panel, and power backup system. Also, check out for our additional home facilities and interior design service such as premium tiling, wall plaster, home landscape, fingerprint home lock, and a lot more. Visit our office at Senegambia Kololi Highway and get a free site visit tour, or contact us on 4464-838. WhatsApp us on 3259220. Or you can visit our Facebook page or Instagram on EJ Investments. EJ Investments, we are first in properties.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Good afternoon, members of the press, councillors here present, directors, deputy mayor. I hope you all had a blessed Eid. May we witness many more in peace and good health. We have called this press conference today to give you an update following our General Council held this morning. KMC held the Emergency General Council meeting, and we think the matters discussed are of public interest. In our General Council meeting, we have 2 updates. The first update relates to the former Deputy Mayor, Pa Musa Ba, who also doubles as the Councillor of Latrikunda Erenyang Ward. On Friday, the 23rd of July, 2021, I received the resignation letter of the Deputy Mayor, Mr. Musa Ba. His resignation is based on personal grounds, and a copy of the letter is available to the press from the clerk's office. Last week, Musa Ba suffered 2 personal family tragedies, including the loss of his mother. May her soul rest in peace. Musa has informed me that he intends to focus on his family and fulfill his mandate of serving the people of Latrikunda Erenyang Ward as a councillor. Since 2018, Musa has been an exemplary representative of his constituents at the Carnifing Municipal Council, and over the past 3 years, he has worked tirelessly to support me and our fellow councillors to achieve our dream and to create a better KMC for all. I have known Musa to be a committed and selfless individual that has put duty before self-interest. I respect and accept his decision to resign as Deputy Mayor of the Carnifing Municipality. I will continue to support Musa in his journey of public service to his constituents and hope that as a public servant, or as public servants, we learn from each other and continue to put our duty first. Finally, at this morning's General Council meeting, councillors exercised their authority to elect a new deputy mayor, and I am pleased to announce that Mrs. Binta Jane Jallow, elected councillor of Bakau Newtown Fajara, will be taking on the role of deputy mayor effective immediately. I look forward to working closely with Mrs. Binta Jane Jallow, to achieve the development aspirations of our municipality. It is also good to note that Binta will be the first ever female deputy mayor in the history of the Kanifing municipality. The second update is related to the discovery of an alleged fraud by the highest ranking member of the Kanifing Municipal Council's administration, the Chief Executive Officer, Mrs. Seinabu Martin Sonko. Sometime in June of this year, my office intercepted financial transactions initiated and entered into by Mrs. Sonko. Following investigations with the related banks and parties, it was discovered that Mrs. Sonko entered into illegal transactions without lawful authority to the tune of $12 million. These illegal transactions were completed with the co-signature of the Director of Finance, Dr. Aliu Keita. It was discovered that Mrs. Sonko acquired a bank loan in the name of the Staff Welfare Association on behalf of 37 staff without their knowledge or consent. She used these funds to acquire a property which we believe to have been grossly overvalued, and she forged council documentation and approvals to obtain a guarantee purportedly from KMC to secure the loan. Through our swift intervention, we were able to freeze the accounts in question and recover approximately $7.6 million. Our swift action and a zero tolerance to graft and corruption protected the public coffers of the council from what would have otherwise been a serious financial loss. The actions of Mrs. Sonko are very serious, and we believe they are criminal in nature, ranging from fraud, tax evasion, and theft. Mrs. Sonko was confronted in a directors' meeting of 12 July 2021, wherein she confessed to her actions and apologized to the management team of KMC. Although she has since recanted her position, we have proceeded to complete the investigations and table the matter before the council. The council has today resolved to do the following. Council Resolution 1. We have requested that the Local Government Service Commission summarily dismiss Mrs. Sonko and the Director of Finance from service. We have also resolved to report the matter to the Gambia Police Force for an investigation. We have also resolved to place Mrs. Sonko and the Director of Finance on indefinite leave pending the results of the investigation and the decision of the Local Government Service Commission. The actions of Mrs. Sonko are quite disappointing. Countless employees of council have expressed great disappointment in these actions. This incident demonstrates the urgent need for the decentralization of staff disciplinary matters to local government authorities. The council, with the mandate of the people, must have the ability to hold staff accountable to their performance and actions. The ability to hire and fire staff is a fundamental function for a council to provide quality public service. I wish to reassure the public, especially the people of KMC and the staff of KMC, that under my administration, we shall continue to have a zero tolerance for corruption. If you intend to use public office to enrich yourself, then KMC is not for you. We will pursue this process as we have done since June to ensure that justice prevails. I thank you so much, and I look forward to any questions.
lost a great deputy of yours, Mr. Abba. And I'm also using this opportunity to extend our condolence to him and his family. But as the political landscape looks alike, would it not be something behind it one day, whereby your deputy, who is a councillor somewhere, would align with President Alaba or anybody?
Well, thank you, Kamaraba. I'm not sure how to answer your question, but I think the deputy mayor is a known member of the United Democratic Party, and his resignation is based on personal grounds. As I've said, he has losses in his family, and he wants to focus on rebuilding his family and also focusing on serving the people of his ward. The position of deputy mayor is something that is given to you as a responsibility by your fellow councillors. Musa Abba was elected as a councillor of Latrikunda Irinyang ward, and when we came into council, the first order of business was councillors elected him to serve as deputy mayor. So nobody is really directly elected in that position. It is given to you by your fellow councillors. He has served with distinction, and today, because of his personal tragedies, he's decided to resign and give back the position. Yes.
Yes, I want to ask this question. Your deputy mayor saying that he has resigned based on personal grounds. Are you convinced with that? Because we've seen the publication online indicting the deputy mayor to have been involved in a corruption scandal by bribing a company that the KMC had contracted to produce some wicked setup. I now believe that information will have come before the KMC. Are you convinced? And what do you have to respond to that corruption allegation?
Thank you for that. So I am convinced that the deputy mayor has resigned on personal grounds because I went to the funeral of his mother. We all know how everybody is close to their mother. 2 days after his uncle died, and he's completely devastated. Now, the audios going around and the allegations of fraud, I've heard the audios. At this point in time, we cannot authenticate whether the audios are real or not. We have assigned a committee to look into the matter. But what I can say is in KMC, we have zero tolerance for corruption, from the level of the mayor down to the level of staff and workers. Now, as far as that allegation as well is concerned, as far as I know, my office knows, there has been no payments to that company in question except one, which was authenticated. So as far as the other allegations are concerned, we are yet to verify. Any questions? Any questions from the?
I'm sorry, also congratulate the deputy mayor and then I think she was working with you for the past 2 years, and you know the office of the deputy mayor, how potential that position should be. Do you think that she can run it as expected?
Of course, what we want to see in Gambia is gender parity. We want to encourage more females in position of leadership. And as the voter registration results have shown, female outnumber the men by a large margin as far as people who have registered to vote. So I think it's a healthy thing for politics in our country. And KMC is especially proud to be the first to have a female deputy mayor. We have trust in Binta that she can carry out the mandate, and we will, of course, support her throughout her journey.
This is from Kerr, Fatou. We have a live program going on. Our live viewers are asking a question saying that why is it so long, or why does it take so long for KMC to realize the act of Mrs. Zainabu Martin Sonko taking $4 million from the KMC without KMC not realizing it since June? The other question is, why is it
All right. On the issue of the CEO, as you know, this is an administration. And administration has processes. I was the one who detected that there has been an illegal transaction. And when I confronted her, she apologized. At that point in time, I asked for her resignation and the funds be replenished. Now, of course, when you're in a government institution like KMC, you have people who have different agendas and ulterior motives. So what we've had is a person internally who has been taking out information without authority. This investigation was on the way. We were gathering facts, but there was a person determined to send out information. Like I said, we discovered these acts very recently, barely 2 weeks, and investigations take time. But because somebody is leaking out the information, the press is getting the wrong message and are being confused. And I want to repeat, it is not that they took KMC's money. This money is from the bank, using KMC as a guarantee on behalf of the staff welfare. But the total amount was $12 million. Because of quick action, we were able to recover $7.6 million, making $3.3 million unaccounted for. So I think I want to make this very, very clear. We were in the middle of our investigation and fact-finding, and then we started seeing it in the media, meaning a staff who is very privy to the information is leaking the information. For what reason, we don't know. But KMC has already dismissed more than 10 staff for fraud and corruption. Everybody knows KMC's stance on corruption. And as I have said to the council today, if I did not detect it, or I detected it and kept quiet, it will not be news today. The alleged issue of the deputy mayor, all of those things would not have news if I and my office did not start detecting some abnormalities. There's a lot of corruption happening all over the country, but do you hear any institution talking about corruption? Never. Because a lot of the times, people in charge are not addressing it or they're not stopping it. The reason today this is news is because of the actions of the KMC in making sure we have a zero tolerance for corruption. If you look, we have dismissed more than 10 staff on corruption and fraud-related charges. So I want to make that categorically clear. Secondly, on the issue of the deputy mayor, I think I cannot say as much as I have already said. His letter is very clear that he is stepping down on personal grounds. All other matters that are alleged or that are in the media, just today we have resolved that we have put 2 committees in charge to look into the matter. But what we know for now is we don't have any evidence or facts that indicate that any money has changed hands, because we have barely any payments with the company in question. That is the facts. Yes.
I have one question. What is KMC stance after the case of Singapore? What are the audience stances in the case of Singapore?
Well, today we resolved, because our rationale is, if you are alleged to have committed fraud, or you are accused of committing fraud, I think best practice is to ask you to go on leave. It is not an indication or a prosecution, or it doesn't mean that you are guilty. But to safeguard the interest of the institution, because the CEO has access to our bank accounts, has access to a lot of sensitive information and data. Before she commits other atrocities, especially when she's guilty, we ask you to leave the institution and let the investigations conclude. If you are found to be innocent, you carry on with your normal duties. If you are found to be guilty, you are dismissed or prosecuted according to the criminal code. So we have asked her today, and the Director of Finance and the other parties who are involved, which is the President of the Staff Association, the Treasurer, and the Secretary, to all go on indefinite leave while the investigations are ongoing. Once they are concluded, I think the conclusion will speak for itself. So this is what we have resolved today as a council. We are not saying she did it. We are saying we have strong evidence that a crime has been committed. We have facts that a crime has been committed. And we are convinced that a crime has been committed. But we are innocent until proven guilty. it is unfortunately not our decision as a council to decide whether she's guilty or not. We have forwarded the evidences and facts today to the ministry, to the Local Government Service Commission, and to the fraud squad of the National Police. Now, we have also asked them to go on leave, and we are waiting for them to comply. Because what we cannot afford, and I think this is normal, is to have somebody who is guilty staying in our books and having access to our accounts. Now, this is under the purview and control of the council. The Local Government Act says this chief executive officer is answerable to the council and is under the direction and control of the council. We have therefore directed her to go on leave until the investigation is concluded. Okay, they wanted me to clarify on the matter of the payment to the company called Ecotech. So a payment was made to Ecotech when I was in Sierra Leone, and I was not convinced that the payment was had enough backing documentation or was legitimate. Based on my investigation, I was not convinced, so I cancelled and annulled the payment. So this is a payment from the KMC to Ecotech. So that payment was literally cancelled. So that's what I'm saying. Between KMC and Ecotech as a company, there has been no exchange of monies since the contract was signed. Because as far as we are concerned, contractually, their obligations have not been fulfilled based on what was agreed. So this is what they have asked me to clarify. Any other questions? All right, so I think I will just end here. The reason the matter of the CEO is so sensitive and hurts us as a council, because this is a matter regarding, or a fraud regarding, the staff welfare. As you know, staff, a lot of them, have salaries that are not much, based on government pay scales. These are hard workers in the fields, in the Bakote dump site, cleaning our streets, taking care of our municipality. I think a CEO and a chief executive officer's role is to support these individuals and make sure their lives are improved, and make sure they have access to housing, access to healthcare, access to their basic necessities. So it really hurts us and bothers us as a council that a fraud would be attempted on the very staff you will be trying to protect. So it is a very unfortunate situation, especially for me, because the staff association was a thing that I held very dear. Just 2 weeks ago, I asked them to go on Congress, elect new members, and to ensure that they have transparent processes that show that the staff welfare is being handled and taken care of. So to now find out that a fraudulent activity for an overpriced land was attempted by the CEO on the staff welfare is really an unfortunate thing. But we want to thank all our staff, and we want to thank all our councillors and our directors for doing what we expect of them on a daily basis. And I want to say, corruption, we cannot say we have eliminated 100%, because there's still a lot of gaps and leakages we have to cover. But one thing I can promise you and assure you, if we get any evidence or any information that corruption has been committed, rest assured that this council will apply the law to the full letter. Thank you so much.
When we touch down, better broke down.
With Gamtel G Fiber, now you can enjoy super fast internet in gigabytes. G Fiber is affordable, stable, secured, and accessible to homes, businesses, and enterprises. With Gamtel G Fiber, the future is speed. Gamtel, creating a brighter future in communication.
That's how she became mine and see the
I get it.
Mbijan aganya.
Albaka.
Mbaka important.
Yo, nga transfer la sto.
Ya transfer la.
Ha, code nyingi.
Okay. Korsan. Nsila ID soto.
That's sorry. I get it.
Mbijan bro.
Albaka.
Mbaka.
Bara alla service o tariaka.
Mbale.
Mo ki janna nun kunu bara tariaka.
Jannom yona forest de bureau. Gambia tonkon na no mbali ya bere. Birin koyna fo kato.
Bari si kodo kino kato nim fo bolong labe ko.
56 branches mola soto Gambia jang.
Ha?
Gambia kono anin Gambia bantala bankol. Nko kodo kiya bere. Kodo sifa fo falindiro fo nyaadi lafta memmen na kodi to poto nin kodi maraw. Jannam number 1 ti nyonta. Andum fana nata anoda enterprise sotale. Wolam nyindi ko domorol fana kol fana be firale le dadi ma nin domorol ni fana beteat. Gambia dawda yalo ngam fa kendol sotale je.
Wo moyo diat.
Apelenta
ni waka ni me lafta nyelen kendol e binaji.
Yalo bukani la ko la baraka ba.
Yalo ndel chosano lo.
Abaraka.